I ask for the truth on behalf of Malina Brown concerning relationship issues. What is the one she's with right now? Not telling you. She knows it's something, but what is it? Ask this in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. And we just move the deck to the side here, Malina, and then we'll just deal out 3 cards. The first card we deal is for the recent past. This is between now and roughly this time last month, about say the 11th, 12th of April there. And then of course the next card we deal is for the present, which is now. I have to think about that then. And then the next card is for between now and around about June-ish, so about that 12th, 11th, 12th of June. So let's just see what was going on just recently concerning this issue. I suppose it's one of them cases where you haven't been listening to what people say, you've been listening to what they haven't been saying. Let's just see what that is, or what energised it, what's been the cause of it. The energy of the Queen. Obviously this can symbolise that she's a member of the royal court. The Queen can symbolise you. Yes, she symbolises love and prosperity, in the sense as though you want to be, you seem to be the head of the household or whatever in this relationship, if not from a literal sense, from a metaphorical sense, in the sense, I suppose it's often called the donna or the lady of the house or whatever, in that regard, and it seems as though it's focusing on that. Whereas where you seem to be wanting control. The Queen has control, doesn't she? And it seems as though you've been seeking control, either over the situation or over him. And of course, getting as much information out of somebody as possible is one way of doing it. Of course, that means if there's information there to get, and if there isn't, we can make it up or just assume that it's there, can't we? By making somebody feel guilty or whatever for not saying everything or not telling the whole story as it is. I want to see what the story is right now for this relationship at present, and let's just see what vibrates there. We'll just flip the card nice and slow. You've got the energy of the spirit. That just indicates really at the moment that unseen forces are watching over you at the right now, and it just indicates that maybe you're being protected. Maybe you're being protected by your own suspicions, be they right or wrong. But either way, if you go by what your gut feeling is, sometimes your intuition can be telling you the truth. But nevertheless, you are being protected by unseen forces. Spirit is looking out for you and just watching over you in this. Because notice, although the angel, the wings and whatever, holding the skull, etc. there, nevertheless there's a dark sort of in the background, there's darkness in the background, isn't there? So that's what you really need protecting from. I want to just see what the immediate future is for this relationship. The energy of the serpent, just indicating that a sly and subtle approach is needed between now and the 12th of July, as will be now, yes, 12th of July, or, well, 12th of June then actually, but more through to July. We'll just check that in a moment. Because I don't feel as though something's been fully said here. Other than not so much, I suppose keeping a low profile maybe, but more to do with a serpent, a snake can move in the cracks and crevices in nature, and when you view it like that, it seems as though the cracks and crevices of this situation that you find yourself in, you need to sort of not dot the I's, cross the T's, which yes, you've got to do, but you've got to search in places that you don't normally search. Maybe ask certain people certain questions. Not so much ask them the question you want to ask them, but ask them in a different way so you can ask the same question but they don't know you're asking it them, if you get what I mean. And this is the sort of thing that I feel is going on. Is that, yes, that can be crafty, mentioning certain things or whatever. We had a certain situation here once. Somebody was complaining about the rooster that he had in his backyard. And he said, he went up to the person who he thought was complaining and said, "Hey, you've been complaining about my dog." And she says, "Oh no, not that, the rooster." And straight away he said, "Oh no, it's you who did it," because he sort of got it out of her in a sort of sly way. And that is the sort of thing that you've been sort of trying to do here. I said something hasn't been sort of said, or something's been not quite completed here. I'm going to pull out just another card just to see what that is. The energy of the card, do see us. Yes, the snake around the pole, symbolising the healing energy. But of course, news from afar between now and sort of July-ish, 12th of July. This is the July we're on about here, where or up to sort of like the 12th of June is the sly and subtle approach that's needed. But from then on, any time between then to the 12th of July, you'll be receiving news from afar. Maybe it could be a long distance relationship. I got a funny feeling as though, no, it can't be, but it could be. I don't know. Either way, I got a funny feeling it's not a long distance relationship. It's certainly somebody news from afar. Could also just simply be somebody in the next town, where it's close to us, around the corner, around the block even. It could be just somebody news from afar, and the sense of the next county or the next state or something. Not so much halfway around the world as easy to do these days, isn't it? So I just got a funny feeling as though I don't know why I'm sort of thinking it might be a relative or something like that. So I get the vibration. It's something to do with a relative or a friend or something where the news is from. But either way, maybe it's news. I got a funny feeling with the darkness attached to it there. I got a sense as though it's news that you don't want to hear, and maybe that is what it is. But what is he saying? What is it about? I want to pull another card here just to see if this might give us a clue into what you actually do find out, or what it's all about. You're destined to succeed with the energy of the talisman from the treasury, but either way you're destined to succeed to find out what it is. But of course it looks as though Spirit here, it doesn't want to sort of say what it is, because maybe it's because it's your business and it's up to you to find out, and this is your lesson to learn, and this is why Spirit is there to teach you that right now. And probably just maybe the unseen forces are there just to protect you from the inevitable, which you know what is. And for now, these cards have spoken.